Although your stylist probably cuts your hair when it's wet, many suggest that amateur cutters work with hair that's clean and dry. Dry hair is more visual, meaning you can better see what the end result will look like as you're cutting, says Colentine. Then, set yourself up in front of a mirror, with your scissors or clippers, a comb, hair clips, or bobby pins if you have them, and a hand mirror within reach. For bangs, gather the rest of your hair into a ponytail or clip it out of the way. Then comb all of your bangs into place on your forehead and hold them there. Next, instead of making horizontal cuts, use a technique called point cutting. Hold the scissors vertically and make tiny snips up into your bangs. For bangs or ends, a perfectly straight line is too challenging for most amateurs. This will give your hair a softer and slightly diffused line, so mistakes are harder to see. Stop when the bangs are right below your eyebrows, says Cohen. For shoulder length or longer straight or wavy hair, trim any bangs first. If you have face framing layers, use a similar technique to the one above, clip full-length strands back, and comb layers forward. Working in small sections, hold the hair between your pointer and middle fingers, then use point cutting to snip off the ends. This will create a soft, feathery edge, says Cohen. If you must, trim your ends and finish them with some vertical snips. For curly hair, clip everything except one small section back. Run a comb through that section, stopping near your ends, then snip off just the bottom quarter inch. For natural black hair, if you wear your hair curly most of the time, you should cut it in that state, says Ursula Stephen, who specializes in black hair and is owner of Ursula Stephen the salon in Brooklyn. While in front of a mirror, pull one curl forward at a time. Concentrate just on trimming the ends of each curl, she says, taking off no more than about half an inch at a time. For straightened or relaxed hair, if you normally wear your hair straight, or alternate between curly and straight, cut while it's straight for better accuracy. In front of a mirror, section your hair into 5 parts, 2 in back at the nape of your neck, 1 in the middle of your head, and 1 on each side at the front. Take one section at a time, bring it toward your face, and trim the ends, says Stephen. For shorter relaxed hairstyles, trim only your bangs and the areas you can reach without strain, those near the front of your head. Leave cutting layers and any other intricate styles to the professionals, says Monty Everett, a New York City hairstylist with expertise in working with different hair textures. And if you usually get your hair relaxed at a salon, consider a temporary break. This is a great time to let chemically relaxed hair heal, says Colentine. Experiment with natural looks, like twists and braids instead. Get more expert advice on home coloring and care for relaxed hair that's growing out. For women's short hair, because reshaping a short cut that's growing out is tricky, video guidance from your stylist may be your best bet, Colentine says. But if you have to DIY, my advice is to snip a little from the hair you can see when you're looking at yourself straight on, she says, and leave the back alone. For men's hair, if you usually wear your hair long enough to run your fingers through, use a clipper or trimmer just to trim around your ears, sideburns, and neck, says Craig. That may be enough to help you feel less scruffy. For shorter cuts, a clipper with guards will help you navigate safely. He suggests that men with thick hair start with the number 2 guard, and those with thinning hair begin with the number 4. To trim hair on the neck, use the lowest number guard and follow your natural hairline. And if you usually wear your hair super short, now might be the time to try a buzz cut. You don't need to take it down to the skin, says Craig. Use a number 1 or 1.5 on your clippers and work methodically around your head. For kids' hair, the techniques are the same as those for adults, but because kids may be much squirmier, hand them a book or tablet to focus on as you cut, recommends Deborah Parker, owner of Tipperary, a kids salon in Beverly Hills. For trimming most everything except bangs, you'll want them not only still, but looking down, she says.